Hello, and welcome to the section of the video at the beginning where I try to hook your attention for the 30 seconds. This is going to be the mods. Yuri Howard with this poor little makeshift scythe. Well, Lilith decided to pick up a log, so let's go send Lilith with a log. Alrighty then. Oh, you got attacked by sardines. You got attacked by a sardine. What was the quest again? A man hunting sardine. Wow, I didn't help. Alright, well, back in the shuttle she goes. I mean, the quest was to protect her, but... Right? Her guards were killed in an ambush, she escaped, and a man hunting sardine was following her. And we did keep her safe, technically, for a few hours. Oh, she's down again. The sardine got her. Well, if we just pick her up and put her in the shuttle, then that's probably fine, right? Off she goes! Perfect. And now we're a freeholder yeoman. Whatever. We did the quest. We technically did it, sure. Whatever I say. Problem right now is we don't have a base. Well, we have a base, but it's not currently being completed very quickly. So, we need energy, people. You know, the stuff to get the thing done, to build the base. So, I don't know if I recorded anything or not. So there's just a big gap between when the last base thing was shown and this one. And there's also a lot of new prisoners and visitors at this time, so... Yeah. A sanguiphage named Sky is looking for a safe place to meet with 4 other sanguiphages where they won't be tracked. Their leader, Sky, is asking you to host the meeting at Sanctuary. If you accept 5 sanguiphages, will arrive at Sanctuary from different regions. They will spend several hours discussing their own secret issues before departing. They promised to give me a reward, which, of the rewards, I chose that one. They also are very slow. And, we're gonna probably capture them. Oh, they're eating my food while conducting the ritual. They allowed to do that? Oh, they really just, gave up, huh? After giving me the reward? Neat. I didn't actually expect them to just give up. "33 colonists. I think I have more than that. 31 slaves. I'm not intentionally trying to keep them as slaves. I want to recruit some of them and... So it's been a while since I last did anything. Partially that's because I was working on real stuff, because I've changed a lot of how I have my computer set up. So we'll see how that works out. Changing the scale of the game Let's see how that works out. So that's a full screen. I have no idea how that's going to look in the recording, but that is the full screen. Because as a test, I don't know how bad that's going to be. The other thing is that I needed to reboot with mods, and technically I need to do that again, but it's not a big priority because I learned how to use Cherry Picker, and Cherry Picker kind of works. So I don't know how I'm going to fit in this change of everything into the normal recording thing, but the last base we were at, we left to make a new one, and I shamelessly copied Mr. Samuel Streamer because I thought the boiling biome was pretty cool because it got really hot and it got really cold. In this case, apparently it's also global warming going on recently, so it's really, really hot, 56C, which is 133 in freedom, but that's not the most important part, I guess. The most important part is that I've built out this giant mountain base, and this is, it's a tall map, and I did that because the tall map, I figured if I make it a mostly mountain, this is like a normal game map down here, and then up here is the base. So it's sort of like two-ish RimWorld maps in one. So nothing really important happened. A bunch of mechanoid and bug raids have happened, but the only other thing is, I think, Fosier? Yeah, Fosier and Howard are together now. I pinned it in here because I thought it was funny. Howard charmed Fosier by describing her as a suicidal flower. Fosier responded well and is now Howard's lover. Yep. So, with finally, I guess now is the time that we're going to be joining the Empire. We got a credit, an honor from the Empire for rescuing one of their citizens who briefly stayed at our colony while they were under attack. Our colony being a mountain base. They basically just had to run inside, close the door because manhunting animals can't open doors. But still, we got a Yeoman title, Yeoman honor. I don't know why you decided to do the bestowing ceremony in the dining room that's not closed, but I mean, and there are more chairs in there, so maybe I need to move that over there. So this is the old mod pack, which is the current mod pack for the videos because I recorded it in the future for, you know, past people like you. We have the basics, harmony, visual exceptions, which I don't really need because I just kind of ignore everything in there. Core royalty, ideology, biotech. There's a lot of vanilla background, vanilla expanded stuff because adding it all is a great idea and doesn't lag the game at all and is clearly what smart people do. Oh, I need to remove these too, because these Astra Militarum and the Order Tempestus Scions, those are added in another mod. Anyway, vanilla backgrounds expanded. Cherry Picker allows you to pick and remove certain content from mods, so if you don't like, you know, content from a mod, you can remove that content potentially. Vanilla expanded framework, sort of the core things. Hugslip, definitely a core thing still. I don't know if I need that anymore. Probably do. Tabula Rasa, again, core mod thing. Architect genetics. Now for me, this is a core thing because overpowered architects. Vanilla races expanded. High mates, androids. Whatever this is. Yep, there's wasters. XML extensions, character editor, essential because it allows you to edit characters and save them and carry them over. Great visible pants. This mod I've just had since like however far back it goes. You can become a Methuselah with tons of modified body parts because it makes the transhumanist mod trait better over time. Camera Plus for the zooming in of the high res and low res textures. That one. Yep. Vanilla, 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 vanilla. Not. More vanilla, vanilla. Vanilla, 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 vanilla. Vanilla, 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 vanilla. Nope. Hospitality Casino, Run and Gun, Search and Destroy. Reinforced Mechanoids. that one, so it hides the numbers and whatnot. Giddy up, so you can ride animals. Dual wield, so you can dual wield things. Doom and Doom factions, because one of these mods adds better version of the equipment, and one of these adds the faction and a bunch of armor, I think, which I should go through and cherry pick it so that I don't have two of them. I just have one that is retextured, because this texture right here is the good one, I think. The good vanilla one, I mean. Maybe I don't need both of them, but I don't know. This one, because people don't know that, you know, cat ears aren't skin color. They're skin color, but then they have fur on them. So unless you're making, I don't know, windows, which I don't use really, because they're windows, but they're good. They're good for letting sun and air in. Dub stuff, even though I've only used hygiene and central heating a little bit. Brake mod probably used a lot, I guess. Atomics, spoilers, that's going to be the next focus again, I think. Try to. Aoba's mods, vanilla expanded, Minotaur Fawn from Ruse, bunch of Ruse mods, more vanilla expanded, biomes, alpha animals, vanilla books, ideology, vanilla, Ruse, geological landforms for interesting terrain, entrance so that you can choose where people enter. Very useful if I actually built bases, considering that. Dynamic diplomacy, which is really great if I ever use the map, the world map stuff. Alpha biomes, I really like the idea of alpha biomes, it's just they're very common. So I need to make them very rare and only like very super rare. But then alpha animals is existent, and I think that's conflicting with some mod. Dual wield maybe, or simple sidearms. Either way, as much as I like alpha biomes and alpha animals, I need to get rid of it. Similar to alpha genes, I think I can get rid of it, but I need to actually go through and check, because there's a ton of alpha genes in there. More vanilla expanded and vanilla expanded associates, like Helixian. There's just so many good modders, and so many good mods, and so many good artwork, and so many good textures and stuff that I don't even use. And if I remove it, it would technically free up RAM, which could potentially free up the game space and make it run faster, but just in case, I include it in here, because what if I do need it or do want it in the playthrough? What if I just do everything in one playthrough? That's the problem. I need like a dynamic mods. Or not dynamic mods necessarily. Like, you know, I need to moderate. I'll just put it over there, so when you trade deal with caravans, they actually go take it to the stockpile instead of dumping it on the ground. Persona weapons, more persona weapon traits, I mean. Adds tons of traits. It's very interesting, because you'll end up with a bunch of royalty people that come into your colony all sick and whiny because they're, you know, Stink Stabber 3000 is making them upset because they stubbed their toe or something. And they didn't actually stub their toe. Just a bunch of classic mods too. And not classic mods, but like the idea of the mods came from 1.6 or something like that, or whatever we used to call the 1.16. The pre-Steam release versions, 1.4 or 0.14 or something like that. I'm not gonna go through every single mod here. You can obviously pause the video at any point, and maybe YouTube will actually make it look readable and stuff, and if not, you can always Google and or Steam Workshop search if you really wanted to. Because, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm using them. That doesn't mean you need to use them. In fact, you shouldn't probably use all of these mods at the same time. Processor framework turns processes on for certain things, and this, I think, with another mod allows you to make workbenches do things automatically. It's like a fabrication bench. There's components on them, and then you put steel into the fabrication bench, and then that steel turned into components after so long. It's an interesting thing. Rim saves, rim themes. Probably don't need rim themes rim saves is probably essential. Rim dash. I don't think, I think I just use that for ordering the food occasionally, and I kind of want to build a colony around it. The problem is that you need a lot of silver, and if you have the ability to generate silver, you likely have the ability to generate outposts or trade caravans, and then you just don't. I don't know. Galactic Grocers is the one I want to use, because there's an orbital trader that sells food, and I don't remember if they show up in the console, but effectively you can have them stop by and you can stock up on food. Like the payphone, you trade silver for food, and the other one anyway. Caravan Adventures is the mod that I'm using that I need to actually play more of it. I just haven't, but there's the option to make it overpowered so that you can have a pawn have a ancient gift, and the ancient gift basically continuously improves your psychic power, which I don't need anymore, I don't think, with the Archaeotech genetics or the Nephilim genetics or something. One of those probably makes psi powers extremely powerful. Fortifications are fun. Go Explore, I use it occasionally, but I think Vanilla Expanded Team have Real Ruins. I think Real Ruins does similar things here. And I'm sure that if someone wanted to, they could probably spend, you know, 20 minutes to 3 hours or 6 days going through this mod list and rebuilding it, and then like staring at like the stupidest thing that I like combined in here that's like, you know, obviously don't use this mod with this mod, and then I put them right next to each other or something. I'm also seeing a lot of mods that I need to remove for the next thing that I'm going to be going through. I have a lot of armor mods too that I realize I'm never really in a position to actually use. Oh yeah, the banana ears. So one of these is before and after. Can you tell which one's before and which one's after? Perhaps the banana ears versus the elf ears, maybe? They look like bananas to me. A lot of good mods. Dubs mods. Chicken Plucker. Red Horse? Was that Red Horse? Red Hammer? It's Red Horse, right? It's Red Hammer's Arma. A lot of vanilla mods that vanilla expanded mods that probably could be rolled together or bundled together potentially. But then that defeats the purpose of making, you know, so many variations. But clearly, they're very skilled and they're making their own game. And this is where I plug their own game, right? The Cursed Crew. Oh, literally just a sofa too, because, you know, that honestly needs to be in RimWorld. All these ideology icons I've also realized I've basically never needed to use. World edit's essential too. World edit allows you to, you know, edit the world, which I feel like there could be an entire mod pack of just scenario setup tools and like modifying the base game within the game. Wow, there's a lot of mods I could remove probably. They're all very good. Oh, so that's not supposed to be blank. Or is this mod don't work anymore maybe? I don't know. I guess you'll have to find out. Viewer, random viewer. Wow, that's a lot of mods. It's almost like I went through each person's mod list and then, like, you know, subscribed to them and then put them in a mod pack and then rebuilt the mod pack and seen what didn't work and then rebuilt the mod pack and then see what did work, and if it did work, I just kept adding mods to it and 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 kept adding mods to it. Yeah, it's almost like I habitually check the Steam store page for popular mods for, what, 5 years now, since RimWorld's been on Steam? That seems like it's too long, but I feel like it was 2017, which is 6 years ago, not 5, but anyway. I can't remember when Steam... It was 2016, wasn't it? I think? Maybe. I've also noticed that a lot of these mods, either unintentionally or because I've placed them in a weird place in load order, or because I don't know what I'm doing, they break. They don't work, or they do work and they're not supposed to break, but something else breaks them because I, you know, have too many mods potentially. I used to think that 200 mods was a high number of mods, because I thought, well, if you're playing a RimWorld game, you're surely gonna lose or beat it pretty quickly, because early RimWorld I don't think was very difficult, because there was some cheese mechanics and I didn't play on hard difficulties. Wow, there's a lot of mods I can I need to to take out of this. Ones that I not necessarily won't be using, just mods that I don't think will fit the next playthrough and probably didn't fit this playthrough, or I didn't even use them in this playthrough. Or, you know, or they are just utility mods and I feel like there's some overlap in them too. It looks like there's a lot of overlap. So maybe I should start fresh. But like, what if there's tribals in my next game when I go to do the relics and the tribals don't have their fancy tribal outfits from a mod? Then what am I supposed to do? They just have normal base game tribal stuff, and then I see it for like 4 seconds and it's gone because I obliterate the outpost with a giant psionic scream or something. But then how will I know how to their tribals? And we're almost at the end there, because these are more recent mods. In fact, that's the last mod right there, the one that if at the very beginning of the list you saw, you know, I deleted some things because this replaced it. If I save this, yeah, 2022 is when I started saving them because the rim saves thing, but I think if I go to load, no, it doesn't tell me. That's a lot of mods, that's all I'm saying. According to the last save, that's 694 mods with 1 colony and 20 colonists, and I played it for too much. That's wow, I saved perfectly. That's almost 4 days. Coincidentally enough, this is going to be the final final one probably. There's no point necessarily trying to end it because I think I already said everything I need to, which may or may not be in this after this. I don't know. I guess you'll have to find out.